Anubis. Grace. What's she got to do with this? Hello, gorgeous. That girl just can't stay out of trouble.
What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. Welcome you to Resident Evil 9 Requiem Part 4. And we're starting things off here with Leon once again. Probably one of the cooler sections, I think, in the first half of the game. I really like this part for some reason. And we got a little tracking module there. One of the Mr. Raccoons that we missed in our first playthrough is actually going to be down here, by the way. If you have your sniper with the scope, you can spot it a lot easier. But if you want to use your pistol, you know, or you just have no other choice but to use the pistol like I did, then you can definitely do that. I guess a little thing to mention. For a lot of this run, you guys are going to see me basically use the sniper without the scope, and I legitimately thought that was because they don't give you the scope on this difficulty, but they do. I'm pretty sure you can equip it from the your item menu. You just have to go in there and actually equip it. Take these guys out here before you do anything, and make sure you take them out as quickly as possible, because both of these guys are going to get up while you are supporting Grace during this section. So using the shotgun to clear this guy out, and the other guy is really going to save you a headache here. Yeah, I thought it was really annoying that they just freaking decided, whatever, we're going to throw guys at you here while you're supporting Grace. That's kind of a low blow from the developers, but then again, this is insanity. So yeah, I did this entire section pretty much without the scope, because I thought that we had to unlock it again, but again, you don't have to, because this is technically New Game Plus. And if you want to use the scope, I'm pretty sure you can just go into your menu and equip it. But it's kind of fun to not use it every now and then, especially when you're going close quarters. The zombies that come out here are pretty much going to be the exact same as they were in Standard Classic, meaning they're all going to be in the same spots. But when we jump down, there's going to be a little bit more combat than there was last time. Because remember, this is Insanity difficulty. So this part is pretty easy and straightforward. You just can't miss. And as you guys can see, I've already missed a bunch. If I didn't miss so much, then, I'd have more sniper ammo for when we actually jump down. But that's irrelevant right now, obviously, because we haven't jumped down yet. Once you hear the whole roar, that means the big guy is about to come out. So I don't think he's going to come out yet, but he will be coming out soon. Just get ready. And you can also headshot that guy that climbs up over the fence there. You can actually see him from, in kind of like a standing position before he actually moves for the gate. You just kind of have to look down to the bottom right to actually spot him. But if your aim is not trash like mine is, then you can pretty much take care of him. And this was the last guy I think that we had to deal with here. So yeah, if you go through pretty much all of your ammo like I'm doing, they do give you ammo in the upcoming part. Like, what is this, like a church or a chapel? It looks like a church, honestly. So, yeah, the one thing about this game on Insanity, you know, like most games on the hardest difficulty that I've learned is like the game will straight up it'll recognize when you are in a bad position even on this difficulty, and they will give you just enough ammo most of the time to get through these encounters. You just gotta like not suck basically. So I'm gonna play pretty badly here in this beginning part, you know, miss a bunch. Obviously right away that guy got up, which, you know, threw me off guard. But just stick to the handgun here if you can. I wouldn't use your other weapons because we're going to need it for the one big, like, bloater enemy coming up, which, you know, that part just really is not fun. It's pretty tricky, but, you know, this is literally Leon's last section in Rhodes Hill, and then we got one last section with Grace where we're going to be fighting the girl, which is actually a pretty easy fight, even on Insanity. The only thing that makes it a little tougher is the fact that the girl, that was a sick dodge there. I don't know how I pulled that off. The girl basically takes 2 Requiem shots to be stunned as opposed to 1 Requiem shot. So we took care of these guys. We can reload the rifle now. And make sure you are double tapping these bodies that are laying down here, because as you're about to see, a lot of them get up on this difficulty, and you know, in freaking standard they don't get up, you know, they just kind of remain on the ground, and I'm missing a bunch because I suck. I'm just kidding, I really don't suck. I mean, I beat this game on Insanity, so I have to be somewhat, you know, talented at this game. You guys gotta give me some credit. But yeah, this guy is like the last guy that, you know, is going to take a lot of shots. All of these guys that do get up and bite you, most of them just take like 1 to 2 pistol shots to kill, as you're about to see. So don't even waste the shotgun or the sniper on them. That guy gets up. The other guy up to our left is about to get up and bite us. And there's another guy that's going to get up. But after I take care of this guy, I think I wasn't really falling for it after that. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to shoot this body and make sure this guy doesn't get up. But, yeah, that's pretty much the end of this first section. And we can head inside the chapel now once we reload everything.
Stay with me.
Grace,
Leon!
who is she?
Oh, this is Emily. Help me, I can't stop the bleeding.
Hey, look at me. We're gonna be okay. Yeah? Can't stay here. That should be the way to the water treatment plant. It's our way out. Let's go.
Whoa. Whoa.
I just don't give up. Take her. Get her safe. Go! Now! Busy.
Alright, it's mini-boss time. So, right off the bat here, take this explosive tank, blow it up. I always go for the blister on the back first. As soon as you pop the blister, these enemies are going to mutate into blister heads. So, be ready. If you have some grenades, it's easier to do this part. Leon's roundhouse kick pretty much always does... You know, it pretty much always pops the blister right away. So it's very, very helpful and useful to have that. And basically, if you're quick enough, you can get, you know, 2 blisters popped on him by the time, you know, you get up here. And then you can throw this tank, basically this explosive tank, to take at least one of these guys out. If you're lucky, you can get both of them. At a certain point, the debris will completely collapse and you won't be able to go up those stairs anymore, but I was pretty lucky and was able to get back up there and grab basically what was in the in those crates. So I'm gonna reload the machine gun here. We're gonna use some of our ammo on, you know, one spot. Focus on one spot. If you have to resort to the gun, always focus on one spot if you can, because if you do that, then you're more likely to pop that blister than you are to, you know, pop them all at once. But ideally you want to be given hand grenades here. So this part, a lot of it can be pretty RNG based depending on how you play it. I just like to use explosives. You can also use the axes and weapons that the other infected drop to stun the guy as well. But just remember that every single time you kick the blister, it pops pretty much every single time. So, yeah, at this point, all we gotta do is clear these guys out, and he's doing that really annoying swipe attack that I freaking hate. But I got very lucky here. I was dying on this part quite a bit, so this, you know, as you can see, I'm not sucking during this part at the very least, so yeah, that's the end of Leon's section, and it's officially back to Grace. So you have a few seconds to reload your guns, and yeah, it's boss time.
I'll get you out, Emily.
Alright, it's time to face off against the girl, so I hope you guys are ready. This entire first half of the game has pretty much been building up to this one part. But like I said earlier, this boss fight is actually pretty easy, even on Insanity. I mean, they still give you plenty of Requiem ammo, so as long as you guys follow this video and do what I do, or, you know, come up with your own method, it's not that bad getting through this part, to be completely honest. We're almost done with Grace, honestly. The annoying parts with Grace are pretty much over now. I was running around here looking for Requiem ammo, but I couldn't find any, so I'm going to let the next few seconds of the game play out, and I will be back to commentate for the actual boss itself.
Dead end. Can't let that thing hurt her. It's okay, Emily. Here, rest here. Here you go. I need to keep you safe. Okay? Has to be a way to kill that thing.
go time. So we're gonna start off by jumping down. And I don't know how Grace's knees are still intact after all those falls, man. I would not be okay, honestly. So first things first, if you take your time here, I'm pretty sure as long as you keep your eye on her, on the girl here, then you don't have to worry about her getting in front of you here. I don't know how I survived that, but she did bite me there, and somehow I was able to make it through that, like, unscathed. But I always go for this crank and this lever and this switch, like, right away. If you take your time just a little bit and lure her into this room, then you don't have to worry about her, surprising you here. But she did get a swipe on me there. But just put the lever in and turn it. And once you turn it, then you don't have to worry about her anymore. She's going to get off her ass now. So I'm going to go for the lever when you exit out to the left. I'm going to go for that lever next. The one, ahead of us. Not that one, but this one. Because more often than not, I find that she does jump down behind us. So it's better to go for this one next. And it's a little bit easier to get the stun on her here with the Requiem, because you have a few seconds to, like, actually shoot her as she comes, like busting through those freaking barrels there. So now we got one left. And I don't know what she was doing here, but she actually kind of surprised me. I was in the light here, but she still, like, saw me and decided to come after me for some reason. See, look at her. I don't know how she was able to see me, but somehow she was able to see me. It really feels like sometimes she can see you from, like, really far away on Insanity. And sometimes you could be, like, right behind her and she doesn't see you for some weird reason. So I do believe there is kind of like a threshold here for this last lever, where once you get past a certain point, she won't, like, chase you anymore, because this part is pretty scripted. But if for some reason you feel like she is following you, you can just basically turn on this light and make a run for the area where the crank is. This is the one that gets stuck, by the way, so you have to, like, hold the button. But again, this part is super easy. Like I said, I don't even really consider this to be a boss at the end of the day. It's really just, a very kind of easy section. I feel like they could have made this boss a lot harder, but I'm also glad that they didn't, because there are plenty of parts in this game that are really, really tough. Like everything that came before this and everything that we're going to be doing in the second half of this video. But yeah, once you get this next lever, the third lever, that's pretty much it. It's a done deal at that point. All you got to do is take the elevator back up. I believe there's Requiem ammo behind us, but I didn't think to actually grab it. But all you have to do is take the elevator back up. She is going to climb up and try to, like, come after us, but there is a light up at the top. You just turn the light on, immediately go for the button, and then when you open up the hatch, shoot her once with the Requiem, and that's pretty much going to be it, So this is a really, really easy fucking part. It might even be, I would go as far as to say this is probably Grace's, like, easiest part in the game, to be completely honest. But yeah, as soon as she jumps up, like I said, go and activate this light, and then that should give you enough time to go and open up the hatch and finish her off afterwards. So, yeah.
Come on! Open! Finally. Emily, it's me. Emily? Oh no! Wake up! Come on! Oh shit! Oh no! Oh, Emily! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, come on, Emily. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wake up, Emily! Come on! 30. Come on! Emily! I failed you. Emily. Hi. It's me. I'm right here. You okay? You okay?
Sorry.
I wanted to save her!
You don't understand. It's
No, I never would have escaped without her. This is all my fault. Again.
Look, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But we're still alive. We have to keep going.
No.
Grace.
Alpus is within reach, Grace. I'd like you to come with me.
Come with you.
Well, you feel lost, but you're not. You're exactly where you need to be.
I'm waiting for you, Grace.
Who are you?
Raccoon City. You're the reason for its destruction, but you're also the key to building a brave new world. You're the final piece. Let us show you your true purpose.
Hey, checking in.
Good timing. Did you find anything on Elpis?
Not yet. Nothing on the servers at the CIA or the Pentagon.
Maybe we need a higher clearance.
I requested one, and I was told to shut down the investigation.
What? Why?
They didn't say. Orders from on high.
Look, we don't need you taking a hit for this. I'll just go it alone.
We're in this together. Till the end. I've always been good at working in the shadows.
Just don't do anything too risky, yeah?
Me? Never.
I'm gonna find Grace. She definitely has something to do with Elpis. Road's gone. You have to find another way around.
All right. I'll leave that to you. I think I found a clue as to where they might be. Some coordinates on Victor's computer.
Got it, thanks.
Right in the center of Raccoon City.
And here we are in Raccoon City. We made it, you guys. We're in the second half of the game, which means we're on to our boy Leon. So, I did fail a lot on this upcoming boss battle against the spider, like, so much. I was dying on this thing, like, for an hour straight, that I just was, like, in a position where, I know I said earlier in this video that most of the time when you're low on ammo, this game will put you in positions where, you know, it'll recognize that you're low on ammo and they'll give you just enough to get through, you know, whatever part you're stuck on. This was like the first instance where I straight up just had to like reload the checkpoint and just run through this part because, big shocker, this is Insanity, and on this difficulty, they throw more enemies at you here, and this spider boss is a lot harder and a lot more bullet spongy, so I'm going to sell the like pistol that we start off with, and we're going to upgrade some stuff, but there are zombies up ahead that don't appear on Standard Classic, but they do on Insanity, and we're going to pretty much do everything we can to just completely avoid them and run past them without having to deal with them because, like I said, we're going to need all of the ammo that we have right now currently for the this upcoming boss against the spider. And yeah, I mean, this first section of Raccoon City is pretty chill. This whole section is actually, I would say, fairly straightforward. It's nowhere near as bad as the Chronic Hill Care Center. Did I say Chronic Hill Care Center? It's the Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center. Golly, my commentary's ass right now. Don't at me, guys, please. I am putting this together pretty quickly, honestly. I mean, I edited this video last night, and you know, a day later I'm sitting down to do the commentary. I also just got out of the shower, so I'm like really fucking hot right now in my room. This room gets really hot while I'm editing videos or playing games because it's a pretty small room, and I can't run the fan or the AC because if I do, you guys are going to hear it in the background. Yeah, that's how dedicated and committed I am to, I guess, providing you guys with the most immersive experience, even though listening to my dumb ass probably isn't that immersive. So, like I said, we're just going to run by these guys. A lot of these guys, you can actually just run up to them and use your hatchet to take them out if you're quick enough, you know, with pressing the button and everything. But I decided not to do that because at this point I hadn't really figured that out yet. But you want to do everything you can to save your ammo. So I'm going to play pretty recklessly again during this part like I did with the beginning of this video when I let a lot of those enemies just hit me. Except this time I'm doing it intentionally because I don't want to waste my ammo. So we can't open that shipping container yet, but it doesn't really matter. We're not going to be able to do anything about it yet. Make sure you grab these shotgun shells here and come back behind this counter to get this med injector. And when you're ready, go for these revolving doors as quickly as possible. It was funny because I thought that Leon was taking such a long time here. I was like, freaking go, man. And I thought I was going to get, like, hit here. And I did actually get hit. One of the zombies straight up just, like, followed me through here. So if that happens, just keep running and don't even engage with him. Don't stop no matter what. And, yeah, it's spider boss time. Man, that guy is really freaking scary. Part of me wants to say that I would just give up and let him have me in this scenario, but on the other hand, like, I don't want to fucking surrender to that thing. That thing is freaking scary, dude. Fuck that. Also, we're Leon S. motherfucking Kennedy. Like, nothing phases us. I actually have arachnophobia, but for some reason, this part of the game doesn't really scare me. So there's really nothing you can do here because this part is scripted. I always stop next to this, like, red brick wall here because this is usually when he, like, punches you or, like, hits you to the side through the freaking wall, which any normal person, it would literally knock the wind out of them, but for Leon, it doesn't. So, yeah, there's really not much to be said here. Just keep running. Don't let him catch up to you. And our armor is already gone. How is that possible? I literally just repaired it. So, yeah, I'm looking around for ammo here. We're about to encounter these little baby spiders, but I'm just going to run past them. You can actually use your hatchet on them if you are precise enough. But I, just decided to use my hatchet on, like, the first little spider here. And the other guys, I just tried to, like, run by, and one of them got me. Don't let them grab you here because, they do a lot of damage, as you can tell. But, we're trying to save our ammo still, so there's not much that can be done. Make sure you use a med injector, because when he comes through the wall there, he could honestly, if you're at that, if your health is at caution like mine was, then that's pretty much going to kill you when he does that. So here we go, it's spider boss time. So grab this shotgun, these shotgun shells. I usually use my pistol here to break that crate. First thing we're going to do, and I learned this from watching a video, because like I said, I was dying on this guy for like an hour, probably more than that. Grab this barrel, throw it at him, run to the left, shoot him 4 times with the shotgun, 4 times, and then go to the right. And when you do that, he's going to start to retreat here. So as he is retreating, just unload all of your shotgun shells into him. At a certain point, you are going to have to reload, and this is when the fight is going to get interesting, because he's going to retreat, and we're going to have to wait a little bit of time for him to jump out and come after us, which gives us enough time to pick up that ammo and this gunpowder here. I'm going to craft more shotgun shells, and the shotgun is really going to help us in the beginning of this fight, and then the sniper is going to take us through the rest of this fight. So after you feel like you've waited enough time, jump up here, wait until he gets up here and follows you, and we're going to throw this next barrel at him. And very much like, I know this may seem random at first, but there is a purpose for me bringing this up. Very much like the village assault section in the beginning of RE4, there's a very specific pattern that we're going to stick to here, that we're going to constantly be like running in. Just because I felt like it was the most effective. I don't really have that much advice for you guys here, other than, whatever you do, keep your distance from him at all times, and when he does this and he starts shooting webs at you, just unload on him, because this is like one of the only opportunities that you have to actually take care of him. But what I often like to do here is I like to go this way and jump up this ladder. And when you come down this like path here, he will follow you, but as soon as you jump down, he's basically going to like retreat, and you're gonna have some time after that to like get ready for him. So I haven't really figured out when he like does the web attacks, but whenever you have the opportunity to get some shots off on the little guys, I just use the pistol. You can also hit him here as he's climbing down, but yeah, the beginning of this fight is really all just about conserving your ammo, and as you can see, I have plenty of ammo, so I had just enough ammo to beat him. And yeah, I mean, I will say, for the beginning of Leon's section, they don't even really waste any time here throwing a really, really hard part at you, but the game is going to get easier once we beat this guy, so just keep running in the same circular pattern and taking out the little spiders whenever you can. And once you get the hang of this guy and his patterns, I would say he isn't really that bad. It's harder to do this, obviously, if you're not armed with as much ammo. And whatever you do, try your best not to get hit by these guys. So yeah, how are you guys doing? Are you guys doing all right? I hope you're doing all right. If you're enjoying this video, as always, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could give it a like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, this is like the case with most YouTubers, but I'm not going to be that asshole to point it out, but I am going to be that asshole to point it out. A lot of you, most of the time, that are watching these videos are not subscribed. But, yeah. Let me know what you guys think I could be doing better. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully you don't have that many notes, because I don't really know what else I could be doing to make these videos better, other than, not stutter as much and rehearse my commentary a little bit more instead of just jumping into this. But like I said, like I have said 3 times now, in part 2, part 3, and now this video, This is not a professional run that you're watching. This was very much my first time playing the game on Insanity, so, you know, I did a lot of this blind and was just kind of figuring it out as I went along. I think he does that web attack when you've taken out all of the, like, little spiders, or a majority of them. So if you take, you know, the little spiders out, he'll do that attack, you know, a lot more. And he'll do it sometimes when you're facing him. It's just very random and kind of RNG based, honestly. But yeah, we're getting there. I would say, yeah, we're already like halfway through this encounter. Ooh, wow, he kind of surprised me there. There was one video I saw where if you can get him to like take out that wall to our left where the gunpowder was, you can kind of like stand in this one spot where he'll like never get you, and you can basically just, you know, kind of get him stuck, kind of like a, you know, one of the bosses from Village, for example, RE8, Village of Shadows. You know, there were a few of those bosses that I was struggling so much, and the only way I could beat them was straight up just by, you know, getting them stuck in like one like single position and just unloading on them. If you're like having so much trouble with this guy, try and get him to take out that wall there, and basically if you hang out in just the right spot, you can take him out even on Insanity. It does take time, but it is definitely doable. So yeah, he's getting there at this point. We're getting there with this fight, but there's still about 2 minutes left on this, so just be smart, you know, be smart, and don't let him get too close, or she. I don't know the gender of this spider. It would be interesting to kind of like figure out what the backstory of this like spider is, how this thing just became so like mutated to the point where it was like, you know, it just became massive, you know? Because this thing just gives me, like, huge, like, Shelob's Lair vibes from Return of the King. Have you guys seen that, that one post from Ice-T, by the way, where he said that he's playing this game right now, and he's, like, struggling with this particular part of the game, and he straight up just said, "Fuck that spider," you know? There are people who are actually struggling to get through this part of the game because they straight up just have arachnophobia, and this shit like actually scares them, you know? And I'm glad I wasn't one of those people. I just love this game so much. It's the fact that you're playing as Leon. Whenever they throw something crazy at you in this game, if you're playing as Grace, it's a whole other situation. But when you're playing as Leon, it's kind of hard to be afraid of whatever they throw at you because, you know, most of the time, Leon is pretty much up to the task, and there's really nothing to worry about. So I have no healing items right here, so I'm trying to be very careful because my health is at caution, meaning if anything gets me here, that's pretty much it. But they do give you a checkpoint at the beginning of this like entire boss, so, you know, you don't have to go through that whole scripted section in the beginning. You pretty much just start the fight here, and you know, they keep putting you back here until you finally, like, finish the boss off. But he's about to die right now, so, yeah, he's done.
Oh, I miss our Raccoon City hospitality.
Oh, Leon. You gotta love him, man. Always aura farming no matter what, no matter how crazy the situation. So, we can relax for a little bit now because the game is gonna chill out. And, yeah, I'm just gonna show about like, if I look at the timeline, about 18 minutes worth of gameplay here because I am trying to make this Insanity playthrough 8 parts, meaning this video is going to end in what some of you may feel is kind of an anticlimactic spot, but I'm only doing that because this section is very long and the last few videos have been pretty lengthy, so I just kind of felt like making this video a little bit shorter than the other ones have been. And I'm looking around here for med injectors, but there aren't any here, so we're just going to keep it moving. We're going to use our hatchet to flex our arms and get these doors open, and yeah, about to enter into this crazy open world section.
Okay, Sherry. I've hit the barricade. Looks like someone else was here first, and they were planning on busting their way in. No way around?
The Army Corps of Engineers erected it to seal the city. It goes on for miles.
Guess the only way in is through then.
Yeah, it's obvious, man. We're gonna have to blow that bitch up. So, I do a little bit of searching here during this opening section because I was, I don't know, kind of panicking a little bit, even though I really had no reason to, because we're about to come across a item box. But there is some stuff for us to grab. There's ammo right here, so yeah. There's also ammo up ahead behind this like big semi truck in the trunk of this one car. But yeah, up above us, up above our heads, in like the freeway, like the overpass, is the final Mr. Raccoon. We're gonna be getting that at the end of this this video and earning a whole other trophy. So yeah, that's exciting. We're getting closer to that platinum trophy, even though I technically earned the platinum trophy like a month ago now, or a month and a half ago. I beat this game fairly quickly, to be honest. So you do have to search for 2 clues here. This is the first clue, and the second clue is going to be, you know, once we start up this generator and this whole cutscene plays, and then we can continue on into the building and get into some more exciting combat afterwards. So yeah.
Sure, there's an old BSAA camp here. Place is trashed. Looks like they left in a hurry.
What were the BSAA doing in Raccoon City?
Interesting.
What is it?
The computer's not locked. They were also headed to the center of Raccoon City.
Interesting, too. That reminds me. I dug a little deeper in the Pentagon's database, and I noticed something's missing.
What's that?
There's no record of anyone ordering the missile strike on Raccoon City.
Well, if not them, then who?
Leon triggered the alarm. It looks like your campaign to make the DSO stand down really didn't work, Zeno.
I'll leave this matter to you, then.
I always love the little like mannerisms that Victor does, like the little head turns and twitches that he does. I don't know why he does it, but you know, the guy who did the mocap for Victor, man, deserves at least a nomination. I mean, he was like really channeling those Heath Ledger mannerisms in his performance. But yeah, we're just going to stock up on ammo here. We did get quite a bit of points during that boss. Every little spider there technically counts as an enemy, so you do get points for that. And we do got a pretty big combat encounter coming up as soon as we enter into this building. So I'm going to drop our first save as Leon, and yeah, we're going to get moving. So doesn't really matter which slot you choose, because at this point we're pretty much done with Grace, at least until we get back to, you know, her at Ark, which is later on in the game. So we're going to use our one healing item, and there is another trophy. We're not going to get it in this video, but there is a trophy that I don't know how, but I have yet to get it at this point, and it's for crafting every single item as Leon. I've played this game multiple times now, and it's super easy to like play through this game on your first run and get a majority of the trophies out of the way, including that one. But like I said, I wasn't really thinking too hard about the trophies in my first run. I just kind of wanted to enjoy the game and go at my own pace, and I'm very much doing that again in this run, as you guys can tell if you haven't already been able to tell up until this point, you know. So there is going to be a cross dissolve coming up, because I did fail this encounter at least once. They throw 2 BSAA zombie soldiers at you here with machine guns. So the best advice I can give you guys for this, you know, opening encounter here in this area is to basically lure them all out, you know, so that they all crawl out of the ground, and run back to like the area we came in through, because once you get past this like spot right here, this threshold, a lot of these enemies will like just completely de-aggro and not really mess with you anymore. So it's very akin to the whole doorway trick that I talked about in part 2, where if you know there's a spot where the enemies de-aggro, then you can pretty much just hang out by that spot, and if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, run a little bit away from them, and then they'll de-aggro, and then you can pick them off one by one, basically. Be careful with that guy to the left, because he will throw debris at us. But yeah, one of the BSAA zombie soldiers is up on the 2nd floor, and he can't get us from here, so you don't have to worry about him actually, you know, getting us here. And as you can see, they're losing interest. So if you go past a certain point, like past these pallets to our right, are those pallets, or it looks more like wood? Ooh, this is actually sick. I get 2 of these like sick animations here on these guys. It's very rare and not often that you get 2 sick executions in a row there. This asshole is still alive. Once you take these guys out, the second BSAA like zombie soldier guy is going to come out, and he's actually going to be on this level, around the corner to the left, basically. So be aware of that, and yeah, just take your time here. Don't rush, as always. The hatchet is pretty good for dealing with regular guys if you have nothing else to use and you're like backed into a corner here. It's also smart to save your rifle ammo for these guys, these BSAA zombie soldier guys that shoot at you. So I always aim my rifle at this one guy up here on the 2nd story, and 2 headshots usually does the trick. So that guy's done. And now the 2nd guy is going to come down the path in front of us next to this one guy. So thankfully for us, we have a weapon that we can throw at him as soon as we take this other guy out. But just make sure you stay behind this cover here, because this guy can take you out pretty quickly, and you don't want that. So throw the spear at him. I said spear. Sphere. Actually, it is spear. What am I saying? A sphere is like a fucking circle. And this guy, I think, is actually going to land a hit on me. Never mind. But yeah, this part is really not that hard. Any section with Leon where they give you like plenty of room to like run around and maneuver around is not that bad, in my opinion. And this is definitely one of those sections. This is one of those like layered encounters where you have the starting encounter down here, and then once you climb up the containers, you get into a whole other encounter up there, and then, as you progress through this area, more guys are going to get up and come after you. But as long as you take your time here, they're not that difficult to deal with. So that is the all of those guys. Man, look at all those bodies. Jeez. It's crazy, dude. So there is an area back here, and I was genuinely curious, like, how to get back there. And there is a way to get back there, which, by the way, in my first run, I never figured out how to get back there. But in this run, I'm going to figure out how to get back there accidentally, because a zombie is going to throw debris at me, and Leon is straight up just going to fall back into that area, which kind of gave me a little bit of a mini heart attack. So when you climb up here, you can shoot that container down. I don't know if you can hit that one. I think you do have to get around the plastic, which seems kind of ridiculous. Seems like you would be able to shoot through that. Maybe you can. I don't know. Just be aware that this guy is going to, jump out. Two guys are going to jump out here and surprise you. I hate that the cursor freaking moves around, dude. It's so annoying that the cursor does that when you are, like, basically... Here we go. He threw the debris at me, and Leon fell back, and I somehow survived that encounter. I do not know how, but whatever. The game gave me a chance there. What I was saying is, I don't like how the cursor in this game does that thing where you get up, close to, like, a surface, and it starts, like, acting all weird and wonky for no reason. So the game blessed me with a med injector there, which gave me a second chance and allowed me to get through this. And there's, I think, one more guy here. And pretty soon I'm going to turn the flashlight on. I don't know. When you're in the heat of the moment, you're not really thinking about this stuff as much, obviously. And our armor is, like, done again already. Our armor goes so quick in this difficulty, man. He got me again, bro. How embarrassing. I promise I do not suck at this game. Alright? When you're playing for Grace for so long, it can be easy to, like, fuck up these sections with Leon. Especially when, you haven't played as him for a minute. And the enemies are a lot more aggressive, obviously. But, the only way back for us is to jump back down here and to climb back up this container again. But, yeah. There was another zombie right here that can get up, but if you shoot him in the head with the sniper, at that point, you've already done like half damage to him here, so just take the pistol out to finish him off. And I think there's only like 3 or 4 of them left. Or no, this guy's following us. I don't know where this guy came from. He tries to do the swing on us here, which is kind of funny. But, yeah. Look at him, dude. Climbing up like a bozo. I kind of feel bad for these zombies. It's like they don't know who they're messing with for some reason. Imagine being a zombie lasting like 30 years in this wasteland only for some asshole like Leon to show up aura farming and just fucking take you out like nothing, I don't know. It's something to think about for sure. The zombies in this area, they aren't infected with the same virus that was a crazy throw. They're not infected with the same virus that, Victor gives the other zombies in the Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center. So it's like these zombies are just dumb, whereas the zombies in the Rhodes Hill section can like actually talk and speak and whatnot, which is really interesting. I've always wondered why more zombie games don't do that more often. Have zombies that are still like holding on to remnants of their past life and actually have like, somewhat of a consciousness. But that's the end of those guys. So yeah, I think there's some herbs for us over here. that we can grab. I think originally they're in crates, but I was shooting my guns so much here that I, kind of just destroyed them without even realizing. So we're going to shoot this down, and there is one more zombie up ahead, but this one is super easy to deal with, and if you don't suck and, miss, then you can actually, bait her to come out here, but she didn't do any damage to me here, and if you do suck, then you're going to have to go forward a little bit to get her to come out the doorway, but we have a weapon here that we can use to swing at her, and that's pretty much it for this video. I got another minute-ish to talk for, and then I'm gonna let the rest of the video play out. I don't know how she ended up all the way over there. That was kind of crazy. So yeah, reload everything, and make sure you grab the Cedar Brooks apartment key here. It's kind of hard to miss it, but I feel like some people could miss this potentially. Remember, we need it if we want to continue with this whole section of the game, but search these lockers, and there's not much going on in this particular area. We've pretty much cleared this building out, so we don't have to come back here ever again, thankfully. And we can move on to the rest of this section, which I still stand by the fact that I think this part of the game is freaking awesome, dude. It doesn't make me crave a big giant open world RE9 or RE9.5 or RE10 game. I still think Resident Evil should remain linear, but it doesn't change the fact that I really do like this part of the game. So yeah, I'm about to just stop talking because, as you can tell, I don't really know what to say, and my commentary is really bad. So before you grab this detonator part, the last Mr. Raccoon for me is going to be on this overpass here, on this bridge. So just pull out your gun, shoot it, and you're going to see the trophy pop up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this, please comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you on part 5. Peace.
Sherry, found the distributor. 2 more parts and I can jerry-rig the detonator for that gate.
Great. Can you see any more from your position?
Relay's over there, huh? That should be a fun trip. The BSAA camp. That should have the signal receiver. Got the location for those parts. Going to collect them now.